Direct selling, MLM, or multi-level marketing, home party business, whatever name you call it. I want to talk to you and give you the real truth about direct selling. Okay, so I have seen on YouTube quite a few videos. I've got my boss here with me, so excuse me for being a little distracted. But I've seen a few videos bad-mouthing one or two, or I mean, you could probably look up any direct selling company and find somebody telling you the truth about it. And they're usually very disappointed. They're usually bad-mouthing it, telling you how it's a scam and how you can't make any money and so forth. If you want to search for those, feel free. I'm going to give you my opinion. Obviously, the truth is relative, so this is my version. Success. Can you succeed? Well, I'm going to say yes to that, but here's the thing. It depends on what your definition of success is. So if you want to make a lot of money, all the companies, whether you look at it or not, when you sign up, they will have something on their website when you're signing up about an income disclosure. And frankly, it's pitiful. Even the one my wife and I belong to, which I'll talk about that in a minute. It's pitiful when you look at those income disclosures. If you look at the average consultant or member or whatever they call them, it's going to be very low. And I can tell you this, they may not say this in that form, but there's a high ratio of people who sign up and then within a year or two, they're not doing it anymore. So I'm saying all this, even though I told you can't succeed, but the bottom line is most people don't. But that doesn't mean that's the case for you. It's not the case for me and my wife. And there's also other ways to be successful. It depends on what you're getting into it for. If you're getting into it as a hobby, fine. Make a couple extra bucks and have fun. A lot of people get into it and they just enjoy the community. The other people that do it with them, it's just a great community of people that support and care for each other. So that's success in one way, and it's legit. You know, a lot of people really like that. So there are non-monetary benefits as well, but basically your success is up to you, how you define it and how you work for it. Now, I want to go back and introduce myself and talk about my wife and I and what we do. We are part of a direct selling company called Scentsy. If you haven't heard of it, it's a home fragrance line. We have fragrance warmers, scented wax, and all kinds of laundry cleaning products, even stuff like lotions and creams and bath products and stuff for the kids, stuffed animals, scented little stuffed animals that are small and you can clip them on a backpack. There's a whole line of products. It's almost all fragrance related, or it is all fragrance related. But it's a great company, great products, and we've been doing it since 2012. And I would say we are a success. I'll talk more about that later. That's not really what I'm here to do. Okay, so backing up a little bit, these other people that badmouth direct sales, I find it very interesting because I would doubt that any of them actually started a brick and mortar business, because if you compare it, I mean, brick and mortar businesses go out of business all the time. You can find statistics that are terrible about how many startup small businesses make it. You know, it's hard. But here's the thing about direct sales. It costs like $100 to start it, or some of them $10. Some of them, I've seen one that's $5,000. I'm gonna try not to drop any names, but and I'm not disparaging any of them, but I just, you know, you can look and find the one you like. I think I'm assuming we're talking about legitimate, reputable companies. Okay, there might be some bad ones out there, but I'm talking about the good ones, which most of them are. Even if it costs $5,000 to start, that's a lot less than starting a brick and mortar business, having rent, having employees, having liabilities. Having to pay taxes on all that. It's a huge headache to start a brick and mortar business. So starting direct sales is a very low barrier of entry, very easy to try, but you still have to work, okay? If you think you can join one and just post on Facebook and ask your mom and your sisters and whoever, a few people, you'll get a little bit of success in the beginning, but you won't last. You have to work and you have to expand your circles. I'll make more videos about that, though. I'm gonna make a few videos about how to succeed, different strategies, and so forth. But you know, back to my wife and I. We started in 2012. It took us about 4 to 5 years, and I was pretty active with her. Okay, typically the woman does most of the business. I didn't go to parties with her, but I did everything else. Basically, I helped her with events. We started before we had kids. Now we have 2 kids, and so it's a lot different now. She still does parties, but not as many. We have a big clientele built up that just come to us and buy it whenever they want. She's ordering all the time, but it didn't start like that. It took years to build up. It took us about 5 years before I was able to quit my job. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm saying, oh, you should join and you'll be able to do this. Your husband will be able to quit, whatever. It's hard. Most people don't do it. Most people don't want to do the work. But if you want to do the work, it's a possibility. It's something that totally can happen. I'm not going to sit here and make lofty income claims. That is another frustration I've seen that people have with direct sales. They feel like they've been conned, and I will tell you, my wife and I see it too. We see it on Facebook all the time. People in direct sales, any company, and they get on there and they make, frankly, foolish statements about how they don't need to care about money because they belong to XYZ company. It's like, well, actually, you do need to care about money, and your husband's job or your other job is probably helping to pay for that stuff too. So don't lead people to believe you join this company and you'll just have a waterfall of money. That's why people get frustrated and think they've been scammed, because consultants do that. Not the companies themselves, but the consultants do that. So you can't stop humans from being human. They're going to do that. There's all different kinds of people that are going to make different kinds of claims. But ultimately, you can succeed. You do have to work. I'm not going to tell you how much money we make. It's not ridiculous amount of money. We're very happy. I've never been happier in my life, frankly, when I left that job that I had for 17 years. That, it was good pay, but I didn't necessarily love it. Didn't care to get up and go to it every day. But I'm here on a Thursday with my son. My other son's in daycare. I spend tons of time with them. We work. Believe me, we work. We kind of have to take turns watching my youngest, who's here with us. He's going to start daycare in the fall. But we do put time in. So anyways, you can succeed at direct sales. It's up to you. Many, many great companies. I'm not going to, obviously I think I know one that's great. Speaking of that, let me mention that if you appreciate this video, if you like the content, if you got any benefit from it, please go to my wife's website. This is it right here. It's Buy and Sell Cents, SCENTS. And I'll put a link, buyandsellcents.us. I'll put a link in the, the comments down below the video. You could go to that. Don't have to buy anything. Feel free to buy anything if you want to. But if you would do me a favor, go to the website, stay there for a minute or two, maybe click a couple product categories and so forth. Click around. That helps us with, our Google rank. The more traffic you get, the more other people can find you on Google. I could go into a whole lengthy explanation, but that's the bottom line. It just helps us if you go to our website and click a couple things. And really, feel free to buy. I mean, that's great too, but it doesn't cost you anything to just go to the website. Just spend a minute or two. If you just go there for a second, it really doesn't help us. It actually hurts us. But if you just open it and let it sit there for a minute or two, that's great. And if you click a couple links, that's even better. The more time you do, the better. Whatever, you get the idea. Anyways, so direct sales. Easy to start, $10, $100, even the $5,000 one. And there may be more. I'm just giving a couple examples. I've seen $150 to start, $49 to start. It's a range. And then a lot of them have specials. Sensi, it's normally $99 a couple times a year. It's $49 to start, but you get a different starter kit, less stuff in it and so forth. Currently, it's actually $15 to start for our 15th anniversary. Enough of the commercial. Okay, so you get the idea. It's cheap to start, whether it's $10 or $100 or even $5,000. That's a lot cheaper than starting a brick and mortar business where you pay rent and have employees and lots of liability. You do have to work. You can look on YouTube. There's other people making videos about how to do this. I'm going to put some more videos up there about things that we like to do, and then I'll even talk about things we like and things we don't like. And the thing you got to remember is everybody's different. Okay, so what works for me may not work for you. A lot of people get on there and they say, this is what you need to do, X, Y, Z. Well, that's great for certain personalities, but it may not work for everybody. So I'm going to try to give lots of different ideas, and you pick what you think works the best for you. Bottom line is you do have to work. That is the one thing that that you have to do. Whatever it's going to be, you got to do the work. Treat it like a job. Treat it like a business. People go, I got to get out of my comfort zone. Well, when you go to your employer, when I had that job for 17 years, I had to do all kinds of silly stuff it's not silly stuff, it's stuff, I don't want to write this report. I'd rather not be writing this report right now. Well, you got to write the report. Every time you see a client, you got to write a report. Okay, fine, I got to do it. That's what my employer tells me I got to do it. So treat this business. It's a lot more fun, believe me, than doing stuff that somebody else is telling you to do. You decide what to do. You can try, you can fail on your own, you can try different things, you can change your strategies. You be in charge, but you have to treat it like a business if you want to succeed. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm kind of getting rambly here. Again, if you appreciate the content, if you found anything useful, I appreciate it. Feel free to put comments down below. Maybe I can make a video about some other ideas you might have, give you guys my feedback and my wife's thoughts about that. Again, if you wouldn't mind, check out the website, buyandsellsense.us. And okay, thanks for watching. Okay, here he is. He's got a little runny nose today, little allergies, but that's it. He's still cute. Bye-bye.